All right. Hey, what is going on, everybody, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Jared. Thanks for being here. Let's put on the glove, and I'm going to share something with you today. Fairway Finder. Do you, we always need to hit driver? The answer might surprise you, but it's no. And I'm guilty of it as much as you guys are. Hey, hope you're having a great midweek part of the week. I'm shooting this a couple days earlier. It'll probably come out Wednesday morning or Wednesday evening. But I'm going to go over driver versus my personal fairway finder, my 4-iron, kind of, it's a hybrid almost from Ben Hogan. What is this thing? 22 degrees of loft, but it's got the technology back there. This is my fairway finder. So before I get into the video, thanks everybody for checking out my last video, and thank you again for watching the channel, subscribing, clicking the thumbs up button down below, commenting, share, throw a comment down below on what I'm going to talk about, my past videos. I was just watching a video, actually. I wanted to ask you, ladies and gentlemen, what your favorite type, podcast, YouTube videos are. I was watching Mr. Short Game Golf out there in Georgia. He's formerly from San Diego. What's his name? Matt Fisher. Good channel, great channel. But he had an episode, by the time you see this, a couple days ago, he was trying to qualify for a Champions Tour event, a pre-qualifier for the Senior Tour. But it was about a 20-minute video. Check it out if you haven't. But he mentioned a lot of the things. This is probably why I like watching his golf videos. He's a very, good golfer. Slightly older than myself, but he said in that video he didn't play good for that 18 holes. He's like, you know what? I told my wife and my kids I'm gonna have a positive attitude and not get so down on himself. Which he didn't have a great round, but he held it together. And I hope my inspiration is for you guys just starting out in golf, because I see a lot of people who start out and they quit because it's very frustrating. Have some patience, be positive, don't quit, stick it out. So I'm going to share with you. Let's say you have and before I wrap the video up, and I won't go too long, I'm going to change the camera angle. So driver. Guys, I learned a lesson I'll share with you. I think I've mentioned it before. I had a golf coach once tell me, we had this finishing hole in competitive youth golf. Same hole every tournament. It was like 400 yards long with a lake on the left, and that lake was at about 250. And we would just, you're 15, 16, 17 years old, you'd hit driver, and half the time it's going in that lake. So my old coach at the time, he said, guys, take your 5-iron, your 6-iron. Back then we could hit them, 200, 210 yards with a 5-iron, 4-iron. Aim right, so you completely eliminate that pond, that lake, which was a valuable lesson. He even said on longer holes, guys, take a 5-iron off the tee. If you have to hit it twice and then have a chip shot and a putt, you can still make par. You're eliminating that double bogey. So on short, what I'm going to say here is my advice on shorter par 4s, and as you get older, you'll start hitting the ball further. Sorry, we got gnats flying around here. You don't need to hit this all the time, okay? It's obviously not the straightest club in our bag because of its loft, right? So you're not going to get backspin, you're going to get more side spin. But let's say you do have a 430-yard par 4. Hit your 5-iron twice, have a 30-yard chip, and you give yourself a chance at par rather than dumping one in the lake or the houses or etc. So a short, just a narrow, in my mind, as much as I like to hit this, when there's a shorter, narrow par 4, tree lined or house lined, many hazards, I take this club, because I know for myself personally, I can, pop this about, if I hit off the tee, it's going about 210, 220, maybe roll out a little bit more, but fairway finder, I know it's going straight and high and can swing smooth. So I'll get into a few tips. I'm going to change the camera angle here and I won't rant on too much longer, but thanks everybody for watching. Hope you had a great weekend. And we're back. So I'm going to share a few things and then I'm going to bring the camera right down to ball level. So I got my 4-iron here. What I have found is when I take this club, it just provides a lot less, how would we say, anxiety, even though I don't get anxious playing golf anymore, or nervous really. You know you can step up there. And yeah, you know, sometimes you just want to rip that driver. But if you're having, you know, your score is going along pretty good during a round, it doesn't hurt to be a little conservative, I guess you could say. Take your 4-iron, your 5-iron. If you're just starting out in golf, I would advise don't rely on your driver. Get used to hitting these safety shots, because, you know, I have a subscriber, Alex, in Canada. His son and daughter, young kids, just starting out in tournament golf. And that's what Mr. Short Game talks about. You got to build that. You got to feel a little nervous, get a little stress. And that's how you develop that tenacious mindset to never quit and never give up, and don't get too, you know, negative and sour. So I'm going to show you, when you take a club like this, how to hit it. Let me bring the camera down here 1 second. All right, and we're back at ground level. So guys, I got my 4-iron here, right? I want to show you kind of a common misconception about, you know, when I first started out, I was, you know, you got to hit down on the ball with your irons, which is true, okay, to an extent. But if you're taking this off the tee, let's say on a 360-yard par 4, you just want your fairway finder, your safety. You don't want to come in too steep like this. You always want to hit that ball first, absolutely. But what I found, when you start compressing it that much, it's going to give it a lot more spin. And that is dependent. If you're coming in way steep and slightly over the top and you smother it, you're going to hit a duck hook and that ball is just going to spin more. Same thing if you come kind of steep and a little over the top with an open face, it's going to really compress that ball and put that slice spin, that left to right spin, even more. So the way these technology is these days with drivers, hybrids, fairway woods, long type hybrid irons like this, and I'm not sponsored by Ben Hogan or anybody. Throw a comment below. Love to know what you think. You want to be coming, let's say I got this ball on a pretty short tee, teeing off. By the way, always put a ball on the tee. Par 3, par 4, whatever you're hitting, use a tee. You want to be coming slightly from the inside. I'll show you what I do with basically all of my clubs, the way I strike the ball. I come inside, and then right at impact, I almost slightly, it's straight, but it's almost slightly over, not over the top, but it's going this way, you see? With a slightly open face consistently, and I usually hit a nice high little drop fade, we call it. You know, with this club, usually goes straight, but I might have, you know, 2-3 yards of left to right, just a nice soft drop fade. That's why they always say a fade listens much more than a draw, right? So I'm gonna wrap the video up right there, guys. It's a little toasty out, gnats flying around. Thanks for watching. Take care. God bless. Click that bell notification for the next video, and you'll be alerted when the next one comes out. Send me an email, any Instagram messages for future video ideas and what you guys and gals want to hear. Take care, and God bless. Bye.